Well, good morning, everyone. Pastor Corey Rowland here with the Yerkesville First, Midvale, and Newport Global Methodist Church, bringing you a devotional today out of the book of Psalms in Psalm 120, verse 1 and 2. And this kind of goes right along with kind of my usual questions that I ask for people, especially when they are in times of need or in times of trouble. And it is, where do you go in your distress? If you've been a part of Bible study, that's usually a common topic. What do you do when the cards are down? What do you do when things aren't going right? Where do you turn when life is not going the way you want? The Bible gives us the answer and gives us the best option, and that is to turn ourselves over to God and His Word. It says in Psalm 120, verse 1 and 2, "In my distress I cried out unto you, O Lord." I cried out, and it says, "and He heard me." And what did he cry out? He said, "Deliver my soul, O Lord, from lying lips and from a deceitful tongue. What shall be given unto thee, or what shall be done unto thee, though their false tongue? Sharp arrows of the mighty with coals of juniper. Woe is me, that I sojourn in Meshech, that I dwell in the tents of Kedar. My soul hath dwelt with him that hateth me. I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war." And so this psalm here, this is David's prayer. David is saying, I have been with the enemy, literally listing places that he has lived in Meshech, in Kedar. He says, living among the enemies. He says, they've lied about me. They're deceitful. He says, I am for peace. I don't want war. He says, but they are for war. So David has been in distress by every sense of the word. He is in such distress that he's lived among the enemy and has lived helpless among the enemy. And he has been in such great distress, but he says, in my distress I cried out to you, and God heard me, and God delivered me, he says. What a powerful, powerful promise for us. That when we cry out to the Lord, He hears us. That when we cry out to the Lord, He will be there for us. David was dealing with people who had lying lips and a deceitful tongue, people who lied about him, people not even just enemies, but people who were supposed to be his friends, literally abandoned by all, and yet he turned to the Lord and he was delivered from them all. My mentor used to say that God's presence more than makes up for everyone else's absence, which is to say, if you are abandoned by everyone, but you still have God, you still have enough to get through. So my message for you today is, in times of need, in times of struggle, turn to the Lord and He will help you. Amen.